We're here for NXN 2018, and one thing you might not know is you can't park at the golf course, and so they have everybody park at this, I think it's called the Park and Ride, place where people, I guess if they're catching the train or riding a bus or something, but we get to park here and then get on one of these buses, and it's free and it takes you to the golf course for the race. So then we jump on and I'll record how far away it is. It's not even really that far. Driving again after stopping at the stop light. It's really not that far, so that's why I wanted to show it. Another stoplight. Take a right turn and go down this road a little bit. People just in front of me, they're here to watch their sister who made it as an individual from the Midwest. So I was thinking that it might be someone watching one of the local Oregon teams, but I guess people from all over the country are here getting on these buses, getting ready to go. And I think you'll start to recognize it up here on your left. Yep, that's the first time you realize that you're here at the NXN course. Glendoveer golf course. There's the hill. It runs up to the finish line, and the finish line is like right in here. And where you come in is right over there. I think the Athletes Village is what it's called, is that brown building right there, or maybe I'm wrong, but I think it is. And then pulling into the parking lot. We're some of the first people. I think this is one of the first buses. It was around 8 o'clock when we got on the bus. Oh. We left at 4 o'clock in the morning from where we live in Washington to be able to get here on time. There's a drum line that plays. I think this is the big building where all of the athletes get to stay dry. Yep, Nike Cross Nationals. I think that was one of the coaches for Manly's. And then it comes up, and just like that, we are here for Nike Cross Nationals. And everybody gets off. What is your sister's name again?
Liana.
Awesome. Hope she does really well today. We're the first people to get here, and we came in, and then one of the workers introduced herself, and then she told us that we could come over here and we could get the bells. Last year we came and we got the bells. Looks like they slightly changed the printing on them this year, or maybe they didn't. Oh yeah, they did. They changed the printing on them, so we'll be able to tell this one apart from the ones we got last year. Oh, sweet.
Good, how are
Do we
you?
get one of these too?
Yes, of course you
Oh, this is new. This is really cool. So we get a Northwest NXN banner, and they actually have cards this year. To be able to tell you about the course. This is really cool. Thank you very much. Oh, and she has a fire to keep warm. I bet that comes in handy. And then they have the NXN van. Is this the same van that was at NXR?
What is the Heartland girls, right? They recognize them.
All of these different faces they had on a wall, and I saw it online. And I think every runner they had this cropped photo taken of, and I think that they got to come up with their own little thing to put on their face, along with their Just Do It. The people that I came in with, they saw their daughter on it when we first walked in. We don't know how long we're gonna have to wait before we see all the rest of them, but it's pretty cool that everybody that's here has their picture on there. And so if you look off to the right, there's some course workers coming in, and then it will show you a big version of the course map. And down there is the finish. Back over here is some bleachers to be able to see. I think this year I'm actually going to go there because you'll actually be able to see the finish. And then there's the turnaround down there. And I'm surprised that there's teams out walking it.
We walked in the gate. We walked in the gate to our daughter.
2018 NXN. That was a silly one. I thought I'd get it. It's pretty cool. This is the entryway where you come in, and back there it is the Athletes Village in the big brown building. And I'm not sure what this one is inside of there, but I think I've seen interviews happen inside of there. It must be for some of the officials to work with. And then everywhere you'll see these Nike Finish on Empty dividers, and by the time the race is done, almost all of it will be stripped and it will just be the fabric that's holding it attached to the pole. That's what happened at the NXR race. And so you see the camera that's on the long boom there, and some of the people who are doing the broadcasts are getting ready to start talking there. And there's a stage where all of the awards happen, and you walk down this way and see what we can see. So this is where I was walking. I walked a few steps, and it squishes so much I almost lost my balance, because it's like the sod is floating on, I don't know, it's like it's just so saturated with water. It's almost like a carpet that's floating on water. It just gives way. I wanted to see what I could see from the top of the bleachers that are here. See if it's any better than where I watched it last year, because so many people crowd it that you can't really see anything. But here I think it's going to be awesome view. Be able to see all the way down, watch the really dramatic finish as all the runners come up in here. My plan this year is to just try to catch the race from 3 points. 1 mile, 2 mile, and then the finish. I tried to catch it at a lot of other points last year, and it didn't really work out that well. And this is the fancy turnaround. They go by the camera. One of the camera stations is there, then comes back the other way. I did a course walk when I was here last year that you can watch. So inside of this blue building, looks like there's pretty fancy camera that's ready for Portland, and some, can't tell if they're course workers getting organized or volunteers or what it is, but a bunch of people have walked inside of there. And then there's an entryway over to the Athletes Village, and it says that athletes and staff are the only ones allowed to go past there, and they have a guard to make sure that no one else goes back there with the athletes. So the finish is here, and the trail I'm going to follow is down this way. And this trail, if you follow it, it leads over to where the starting line is. I started laughing when I saw this. I was like, yeah, in Portland the sand traps are actually pools. Probably about a quarter mile from the entryway as you follow along this path and you see where the people are headed. And if you look through there at the fancy banners, that's where the starting line is. So you walk up to the starting line, it has a sign that says credential access only, and then the Nike Cross Nationals banner. I get a sense from how the tracks look from that driving by, how muddy it really is underneath here. And this year, Kamayakan will be starting from, well, there's footsteps, and how crazy that is. That's how it is everywhere out here. And this is even before the races begin. So Kamayakan will be starting from right there, lane 13. They'll be almost in the middle, so it'll be pretty cool. And heading out down that long straightaway for that first corner, there's going to be a lot of compression that happens before they get to that corner. So anyone who doesn't start fast on these inner lanes is going to get sandwiched by all of the people in these rightmost lanes. And the further you are towards the left, the more you're going to feel that compression as it gets down there towards that first corner. I think they said it's right around 400 meters, and most of the runners who run here say that it's way faster start than they've ever experienced before if they've never been to NXN. The starting line is there, and just off to the side I kind of wondered what this black tent was, but inside of the black tent is a bunch of places where people can get ready and get rid of all the nerves before they start. This is where you can buy shirts and jackets from NXN. I want to say that jacket there costs $70.
Fan checklist.
The announcer just started
toots.
talking and thought it was
Got some
cool.
shoes you
that
won't mind
the
getting a
guy
little money
behind
out of the
scenes
course. Got your
controlling
location
everything with
picked
all
up.
the gear is down in
Got your
here.
cowbell.
The guy that I was just filming, he wasn't too happy to be on camera, but these are the, he said that there's at least 10 different companies that get hired to help out with the sound and video and all that kind of stuff to help put on the event. He's a professional sound guy, but they have all their gear running throughout the whole event, and to be able to put all of this on takes a lot of different people. Just got done talking with this man here who's one of the announcers for US Track and Field, and he does the PA announcements for NXN, and he'll do all the announcing of the names. And he said that Rich is the one that sets up all of who does what here, and he said that him and the other man who's just to his left here, that they do the official announcing for Hayward Field, and then I think the man to their right is the guy that sets it all up, or to their left, my right. I brought this from home. It's what we normally use to get onto our trampoline, but I highly recommend something like this for watching NXN, because you can sit on it when you're wanting to sit down, and you can stand on it to see over everybody that's going to be by you watching the race. This is what it says on the back of the NXN jackets that are $70. It's pretty cool. A lot of professionals involved in this broadcast. This is the man I spoke with earlier. I think Rich Gonzalez is the guy that helped set up all of the crew. He's there. And the other guy I talked to said that this guy sounds just like him, and a lot of people mistake him, but that's one of the cameras. It's on the boom. Another camera here. Just kind of give you a feel for what happens behind the scenes. If I had to guess, they're getting really close because they all got their headsets on, and it sounds like they're talking back and forth, doing some final checks. They said they're just a little bit away from getting the girls' introductions started. They just turned down the sound, so I'm guessing that means they're just about to start talking. And then, as soon as I say that, more music starts. He's doing mic tests right now. I looked back behind me and I was thinking, man, that person's going to be really high up there, but it must be an antenna for the broadcast or something. Something I didn't notice last year. Some of the pros are gathered past the start or finish line, and they just turned this one on a little bit ago, and this one was most recently turned on. And you can see it's getting hot, and steam's coming off from the water from the rain that was on it before, but they get to stand around it and keep warm. This is the official camera, and it has this stability, the stabilizer on it, so as it goes over the bumps, it's not as jarring to watch. But when you see it online, that's what's recording it. The starter has their own little rain-covered golf cart that says starter on the front.
Despite our drizzle at the moment, it's looking pretty good for the next couple hours. So just a little damp right now. It is 40 degrees Fahrenheit. But you're used to that. This is cross-country running. It was great to see all of the gear up on Thursday. You could always tell, you know, the California teams came. It was pretty cool on Thursday over at campus. The California teams were in full sweats. Northeast, shorts. Gang from Saratoga, New York. Oh, this is nothing.
The girls' teams are getting ready for the introductions.
First teams.
This must be Paul Swangard and Rich Gonzalez.
Country fans in Portland, Oregon.
They all gave each other fist bumps and were taking selfies. It was pretty funny.
Again, MikeyCrossNationals.com. Get them at home. Hey, get it on your phone. Watch it on the course. We are 16 and 55. Also champion of the track from Minneapolis, Emily Cooper. Back-to-back top flight finisher in the regionals from Farmington, Minnesota, Anna Finsky. Czar Sydney Thorvaldson. And from the Magic City, Billings, Montana, second place at NXR, the Montana AA cross-country champ, Tiana Bladdock. That's your Northwest individual. And now, the Northeast individuals, including two high school champions from Pennsylvania.
Midwest girls.
The Michigan Lower Peninsula D1 champ from Rockford, Michigan, Erica Vanderlanden. From Beaver Creek, Ohio, the Ohio Division I champ, third in NXR, Taylor Ewing. From Glen, Illinois, two-time NXR champion, Caitlin Hart. From Batavia, Illinois, fifth place in NXR, second place in the Illinois 3A meet, Katrina Schlenker. From Aurora, Illinois, second place in the Illinois 2A meet, sixth in NXR, Leanna Sertz. And from Greencastle, Indiana, fourth place in the NXR, two-time Indiana cross-country champion, Emma Wilson. Those are your Midwest individuals. And now we complete the field with the individual qualifiers from New York. Eighth place in NXR, the New York Public School C champion from Clinton, Eva Horton. Seventh place in NXR, the New York Public School B champion from Mount Sinai, New York, Sarah Connolly. Sixth last place here at Nationals a year ago, fourth in the regional meet. The New York Public Schools BD champion from Tully, New York is Brooke Rother.
I just saw.
Fifth place at NXN. Fifth place at the New York Public School Amy from Hyde Park, Sarah Trainer. And we complete the field with our defending champion meet record holder, the massive 42nd victory. A year ago, two-time regional champion, two-time New York Public School champion, 3 course records this fall, a PR of 16:06 at the Ocean State Invitational, the national 5K high school record holder. Going on the track, she's first in the 1,500 and the 3,000. She has the national indoor 5,000 record on the track, also the 3,200 and the national mile record. She was the female record athlete of the year on many ballots. From Fields, New York, welcome back, Caitlin Tui.
Wow.
And that is your field for the girls' race. You're about 13 minutes away.
I know how everybody else feels at NXN for the girls. Caitlin Tui just went flying past me. That girl is dang fast.
And the fact that Caitlin here already keeping 3-time Nike Cross Regional champion. That is amazing to keep it 3 times. Let's mention the fourth member of our broadcast team today, Elliot Dean. He's out on the race course to get the finish. Hey, thanks, Paul. And it's good morning over there. They're really lovely on the race. Moving here at the start, checking things out. As usual, we're going to drink for the course has been protected really well all week, but I think we are going to see him tear up very quickly. You can see even here on the start line where they're doing try-outs that it's getting torn up, mud coming fast. I think even on the fairway section of the course, we're going to see the mud come very quickly and see different races between the girls.
Making use of my stool, standing back behind the starting line, and there's all these people in front of me. I can see over all of them. It's pretty cool.
When the slopes on the back end of the course along 2nd mile is going to involve often then a bit of a gradual incline. Second time around, the athletes feel that a little bit more, but definitely there's not much true flatness here. There's always a little bit of undulating terrain, a little bit of small climb. Kind of throws off your rhythm a little bit, so you got to definitely adjust. We can be ready to go ahead and see what's happening.
It's cool having been here once before. I'm not overwhelmed by the event itself,
No disrespect to some of the
and so it's more calm feeling for me.
I can't defend that one. It's extremely flat. But no, I think this course here it's really fantastic. What I like about it is the way it kind of winds down throughout the first mile and a half, and then you get into a really the lowest part of the course right as you're starting to hurt. Got a couple big hills, and then you got to get running again in the second half thirds. All right, we're going to take a breath, get set for our first race, the Girls Championship for Nike Cross National.
So many athletic girls. When Caitlin Tui went running past me, I was amazed at how agile she was, because there was this tiny little spot off to my right before it was that sand trap that I showed earlier that was a pool, and she had probably 6 inches where she could get in there in between me and that, and she got in there and really quickly went by. Pretty amazing athlete, not just fast. Some of the people hauling off all the gear from the runners, some of the stuff that happens behind the scenes. And then they're going to have the panning shot where they come down, the cameraman.
What if I just don't start? What if the gun goes off and I don't
yellow
run? But I have full faith that all of these athletes are going to go when the gun fires, and they're going to give it everything they have to compete for a national title. Well, the one thing they know that will signal the last few moments before the race begins is a chance to honor America as we invite those watching at home on the webcast and also those here at Glendevere Golf Course. Please join us in the singing of the national anthem to be performed today at the finish line by Natalie Carell.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were glad, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Natalie Carell with the sing of our national anthem as we begin the month of December. It is a
This is cool. So much energy just all of a sudden right now.
Very warm days on into the fall.
Very lightly sprinkling.
First day of the last month on the calendar in 2018. We're here to decide who will be the Nike Cross National Champions. Final thoughts, guys. Well, individually on the girls' side, this is a loaded field. I always talk to people. 2018, everyone wanted to be here for a shot at a national title. There are the 204 girls that will contest for this Nike Cross National Champion. They're all lined up in their boxes and set to go here at Glendevere. Let's keep it quiet for a moment. These final few moments before the start of the race. Enjoy Nike Cross Nationals 2018.
Canning shot. And then they're gonna go back to him.
A lot of nervous energy on that start line, but we have worked our way through the boxes. A thumb up from the folks there at the start line. Set to go, Nike Cross Nationals 2018.
Second try. So many people are already leaving right now. All around me that you can't see off the camera. Tons of people running past me.
For the team, it's all about kind of locking into your teammates and settling into that race strategy early on. The fact that males are still on the mat, one of the trade bumps is getting out very, very fast.
Yeah, we've seen that year after year. Both the girls and the boys race, they kind of lay down a marker early. They trust their strength and all the aerobic training they've done to get out hard and hang on.
And as we would have expected already, out in front of the pack now by almost 10 meters.
It's gonna get crazy right here.
She's going to say, if you're going to try to beat me,
Look at how much they slowed down, all trying to make that left-hand corner.
National title, you're going to have to run fast with me from the gun.
And I'm sure that's got to be a very, very intimidating statement to everybody else in the field that maybe had plans to try and get out quickly and maybe try and keep that contact. That right there is just a major, major statement.
And we saw the
head
risk
left.
of trying to stay.
Dang gum, she's fast. Holy cow. scenes. The course workers are making sure people are getting off the gator path because this is where the camera crew comes by. It's like a bunch of people are, the mile mark is what I wanted to record, which is right up there. But you can see everybody trying to run to get into position to see, and it's eventually several people deep, to the point where even if you hold your camera above your head, you can barely even see because everybody else is trying to do the same thing. But it's nothing but people all the way around. This will probably make you sick because I'm going to go fast, but all the way around, everywhere. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see Caitlin Toohey. She is so amazing. It's incredible how much faster than the fastest of the fast girls in the whole country she is. Well, when you're the fastest of all time, that's where you're at. It's doing statistics for running and seeing how much she is an outlier. It's incredible. Caitlin, you're an amazing athlete. I hope you do well. She's already to the mile mark. Try to catch all the girls as they come through the mile. See where they're at. Sorry. Hard to hold still, zoomed in so much and standing on top of a stool. Here comes the camera.
Let's go, Alex!
So many amazing athletes. Holy smokes. Look at all these wonderful athletes. This is a great view that I've never seen on camera before at this race. I'm gonna have to record here more. I could not compete with Caitlin Toohey. I just ran from the start over to here, actually from 1 mile over to here. I'm already gassed and she's hauling towards. I'm able to see over this tent because I'm standing on the top of my stool, but otherwise I wouldn't be able to see anything. It's all these people. I think I'm gonna have to get in a different view. I'll have some time after Caitlin Toohey comes by. I was rushing trying to get here in time for her. You're amazing, Caitlin! Holy cow!
Nice job, Brooke!
Come on, Brooke!
Come on, Brooke! You're seventh, Brooke. You're seventh. You're good. You keep working, girl. You got it. Brooke. Look ahead, Brooke. Look ahead.
Here you go.
Nugent, 11:32. Chloe, eyes up. 11:37. Hey, let's work this last mile. Let's go. Start to move. Start to move. Come on, Emily.
Go, Wheeler. There we go. Let's go, Wheeler. Come on, Wheeler. There we go. AZ, let's go. Great job, girls. Great job.
I gotta go. Caitlin's gonna be hauling. over there.
Makes or breaks a
Well, they
decision.
only let photographers go through because I had a camera. They let me through. Holy cow. Feeling Tui's so fast. You can tell she's coming up the hill right now. Dang gum. She's fast. Yet again, hardly can catch my breath.
As she now comes down this final straightaway at Lendavere Golf Course, she has
Mad respect.
taken control of this race.
Dang gum, you're fast.
And now will be welcomed into the final tunnel as she will capture a second consecutive Nike Cross National title. You see the time on the clock to beat 16:44.7 was her course record a year ago. That will go down in 2018. Caitlin Tui defends her Nike Cross National title.
Nice job. You're amazing.
It's expected, but it's still absolutely exceptional. And a fantastic run here from Kelsey Camille in second. She's going to break 17 minutes on this course, which very, very few athletes have done.
It was always so tough to repeat as champion. When you're a teenager and you have expectations to even tougher, she's handled so well. A brilliant race, another course record, just outstanding.
And Kelsey Camille comes into another top 5 performance. Taylor York coming in that third position to round out the podium, followed by Emily Covert, who finishes in 17:10.1. Now the race for that team score.
Look at this right here. The team battle is still a lot of individuals, but it's getting crazy here.
And so we have the top runner for our top 3 teams, Manlius, Nickel North, and Central Oregon, all in here at this stage within the first 15 of the overall race. Liverpool's first runner across.
And we're creating a little suspense both here at Lendavere and for our webcast viewers at home as we'll hold those team scores and reveal them here as part of our award ceremony coming up shortly. But everyone coming in now, everyone trying to finish strong. The line they use, the tagline for this event, finishing on empty, is so very clear now seen at the finish line. A long season comes to an end here in Portland at Nike Cross Nationals as the 204 girls all come to the finish line for the final time this season.
Place-wise right now, they're probably about 80, 90, 100 deep in the field, and this right here is where the team championship is being decided. This is where you're seeing 4 or 5 girls from our top teams push across the line.
And the density here is just, this is where the scores are being decided by just 2 seconds, 3 seconds, swings you 5 points in one direction.
So many amazing girls. So crazy.
Looking now back to the finish shoot to see where their other teammates are, perhaps get a sense of where they finished in the competition. And clearly, there will be some interesting math being done over the course of the coming few moments to be able to crown a champion. Can Manlius pick up another national title on the girls' side? Certainly their boys' team is certain to be one of the favorites coming up here shortly, and they'll be previewing that race coming up in the minutes to come. But the final few finishers coming across in the girls' side, as you guys mentioned, it's really now these last finishers are going to make or break a team national title for these schools.
And as
Your team.
We were pretty excited
Some of the top runners I saw gathering around. I just interviewed her. She seems like a really nice young lady.
As I just mentioned, you are no stranger to NXN's experiences. We've had the whole experience of coming back each and every year and shape you and your confidence for this performance today. So good.
coming into this year, I had a lot of confidence.
You also had a moment there earlier in the race where you felt like you could break away from that group that kind of was playing a little bit safe, given what Caitlin had done up on the front. But what was it at that point in the race that made you feel like it was the time to go?
I just wanted to stay relaxed, and then we got 2K, and I knew I was feeling good, so I started trying to put it.
Congratulations. All right, Kelsey Tomato on a run-up here in 2018. And now trying to capture a second straight championship is never an easy thing, especially on the girls' side, where such a wonderful depth of runners around the country came here to compete. And standing alone here in first place for the second consecutive year, another course record, this time 16:37. Congratulations to our Nike Cross National Champion, Caitlin Tui.
Amazing. Really fast girls. Three top teams.
We still have here to do the presentation of the team awards. Let's start with our third place team. The score of 207 points. Congratulations to Waizeta.
Summer weather today.
Down to two spots, obviously, if I reveal the second place team, you can probably do the math, but let's still also celebrate a runner-up finish here in 2018 in the Nike Cross Nationals on the girls' side, finishing in second with a score of 186 points. North Naperville.
Can all have bright yellow hats. Help them find each other.
This really is a big deal.
It's so good. It's so funny though.
Lewis and Clark.
You don't have to be there to do something super different season. You're sticking to the same things you've just been doing all year. Stick together and as a team. Finish strong. Don't get out. Nice off. Expect yourself to do something.
They look serious, like they're ready to rock.
It's very special. It doesn't have to be something crazy different.
Some of the brand managers for Nike are standing right in front of me. They're still getting all lined up. More and more teams are showing up.
Completely petrifying for months. And we should
Getting them staged. They're going to announce Lewis and Clark first. At large bid from Washington State. Then Central Valley, number 2, NXR, and then Kamiakin, number 1 at NXR Northwest.
Our new record is 15 minutes. Spokane in 2013 on his way to run up with the Nats in Wisconsin. Is the record in jeopardy? Sounds like it'll be on some of these times. Let's meet our team, starting with the Northwest region, the home team. Northwest Regional Meet was held in Boise on November 10th. The answer qualifier is Central Spokane. They were third place in NXR, led by Will Smith, and his fifth place in our top two for the Northwest is the Flip-Flop 2017. This year's second place in NXR, Fairdale Cross Country, led again by Ryan Klein. Fifth place in WIA for a second in the 3200 track. And your first place team from NXR on the Northwest, St. Hello West Kennewick. Led by Ryan Trout, Porter Briggs, Stanford Smith. They dominated winning the Washington 3 championship. Those are your Northwest teams. second place team from New York, Burke Hills, led by Tyler Burke. And another NXN.
From Grand Rapids, Evan Bishop. 6th place in NXR, 2nd place in the Ohio Division I meet. From Twinsburg, Ohio, Ryan Atkins.
Telling Anderson it's not how fast you get to the starting line, it's how fast you get to the finishing line.
The Lower Peninsula Division IV champion from Saugatuck, Michigan, Corey Gorgeous. The NXR champ from the Midwest, his PR is our PR. 15 flat from Indianapolis, Cole Hawker.
Peyton, if you guys want to ditch your hats after the 1 mile,
9th place in the Illinois 3A meet. From
you-
Elmhurst, Illinois.
if you guys get too warm in the first mile after you find each other, I'm going to be just off to the right there.
Also 4th in the Ohio Division I championship.
So if you want to throw it off to the right-hand side, I'll grab them.
Your Midwest individual.
All right.
Sixth place at NXR, ran his PR.
They said they're not worried about keeping their hats. They just want to find each other and then they're going to ditch them.
Second place in NXR, second place in the Wisconsin Championship.
Let's go,
and the
boys.
mark of 15:02 from Kimberly, Wisconsin, Rowan Ellenberg.
Hey, Easton.
Fourth place at NXR, the Minnesota 4A champion
we know
from
what they're gonna
Roseville,
do.
Minnesota, Acer Iverson. The men of the Heartland.
So excited for this race. I'm not even nervous this year.
Northeast individual.
I think the boys are a lot less nervous coming back the second time
from the
too.
regional meet.
So a couple girls went up and just face planted.
We're talking Southwest now.
And then our top returner from last year, Liam Anderson.
Yeah, as far as Drew Broadley out of Wisconsin, again, he's really had a nice improvement as far as his.
I'm sure Bill Harris has given a quiet, confident talk to the boys team about what opportunity lies ahead for them as well. We have just a few moments here to go to the start line and take it all in. You know, the nerves stay consistent, whether you're in the girls' race or the boys' race, but is there any advantage for these boys having seen the girls go through the race and the meet's now underway, right?
Honestly, I think those guys are probably, they're all in their own world. While the girls are racing, they're going to be doing their warm-up, they're going to be focusing on their own thing. Makes me more nervous because they're on the other side of the race where I want to be. They're on the podium. They've already done what needs to be done. So in that situation, I would generally try to just stay in your own world, run your own race. Don't acknowledge that anything else is happening anywhere else. Keep your world really small. Focus on the next few moments.
Good luck out there.
Well, working our way down the boxes here as the 204 athletes, same numbers we saw on the girls. Again, a reflection of the largest number of entries in NXN history here in 2018. It has now come down to this on the first day of December. It's the final race of the year, Nike Cross National Boys Championship Fund. Shot picture here on this opening stretch of the race course on this golf course. Perhaps one of the gladdest parts of the race is they will definitely see the undulations here shortly in this early part of the race. And again, what we will not see in this boys race, I suspect, is anything close to what we saw in that first stage of the girls race, where we have one athlete in the girls case, Caitlin Drew, that went out to the front with a very strong surge ball with the favorites trying to get in position early on. And the rest of the team beginning to lock into their roles as the team race obviously up for grabs for those squads, and every place finishes matter from 1 to 5.
Looks like Carter Cheeseman from Texas might be our early leader there in the light blue. This field, again, just like the girls, there's so much talent. There are 27.
This is right before the 1 mile. are so wide. Can't zoom in as tight as I could on the girls.
Come on, Joel! Up to him, Jared!
He's watching the race here. We're standing right behind the 2-mile mark, and then you see them coming right off in the distance. It's so cool. A lot of people lean over, so it's a little bit harder to see here than it should be.
Watch out.
And it was like my season record. Also, I couldn't, you know that year I won? I ran like the same time. Oh no, it's not fast.
Let's go, Porter! Hey, nice to like it. Keep moving. It's good, good.
Finish the race! Finish the race! Let's go, guys! John, you gotta finish it! Come on, Nick! Come on, Kevin! Come on! Kevin, work together! We need to go!
Let's go, Kane!
Let's go!
Let's go, Nathan!
Let's go, guys!
Let's go, Juan!
Two of our favorites coming into the race, two guys we both know have great finishes. It's hard to pick between them at this point.
And look at Anderson surge up that hill and Sprout trying to respond. As they now come into the visibility of the final stretch of the race course, they'll come down the tunnel.
He's been a big kid coming in and not disappointed. Sprout trying to hold on here and keep his spot, at least currently in second. This is Hocker in third, moving up quickly.
New course record!
And our top returning finisher from last year, finishing third in 2017, will be the NXN.
Course record! Woohoo!
Cole Hocker with a strong finish there in second position. And Sprout will finish in third. That's our podium here in 2018. And now here comes the race to finish for the rest. And for that team race and an NXN crown.
Hocker really hawked down second place there. I mean, that's kind of what we've seen from him all year long. He's someone who kind of waits for that final straightaway. And Liam Miller said he was able to have that great final straightaway while still pushing for the KO, and that truly is a sign of courage.
Case where the experience from a year ago has to be prepared for that last stretch. And the fear they had on that first two rises up in the Washington Hills was all the efforts he needed to get in there.
He really improved his top steer section there, which is the key. It's not just how fast he can go that 5 meters, it's how fast he can come out.
It's Porter, Isaac. Isaac must have had an awesome race.
I kid you not. I haven't mentioned the coach.
There's Stanford. Stanford must not have had a good race. That's not good.
Where's Haley?
Teams coming through. I know this is there was a guy in between Alford and Country for their team. Others like that were expecting. So that means they had a great day. They got 3-4 step.
Cameron, Jax, finished on MP.
Your championship self in 2007. What did that do to help shape that guy and what they do?
It's been an awesome season for these guys, no matter how it turns out. They're an amazing team, amazing group of young men. Chairman and CEO of Nike is going to present them their awards.
Last sprint there to the finish line. Senior out of Midwest, Hopper.
Like I said, I was close enough. I was within reach. I knew I was going to have a good finish. Yeah, it was definitely exciting.
Talk about the experience of being here and obviously the trophy will be the thing you physically take home. What are the memories you take home from this NXN experience?
Yeah, that's been everything I didn't walk by last year.
This last young man came in as our top returning finisher last year. He was third place, so made it up on the podium as one of our trophy winners. We welcome him back now as the 2018 NXN Boys Champion out of California, Liam Anderson.
All 5 of our scores fell on the first straightaway.
Isaac didn't.
Pretty much.
Except
for Isaac.
Isaac didn't.
But Cam fell. So.
And Ryan fell.
And Ryan fell.
Did Porter?
Yeah.
Porter fell, and you fell.
Yeah.
Only person who didn't fall is
And
Isaac.
Jax didn't fall?
Jax fell too.
That's crazy. So
I think we had 6 of our guys fall. I think.
Is anything close to what we saw in that first stage of the girls' race, where we have one athlete.
So you can see all of our runners conveniently have the really bright yellow hats on, and our number 1 runner is pretty far. Like 1, 2, 3. Our top 3 runners are right here. Watch what happens as they go into this corner. They disappear.
Looks like Carter Cheeseman from Texas.
Right there.
Early leader there in the
They all went down.
field again, just like the girls.
They all got tripped going into that first corner, and we were in last place going into, or almost last place going into the 1 mile. 4 of our 5 scores went down before that first corner. 10 got 3rd. So now it's between these 2 teams to see who won. Somebody's
Congratulations, happy birthday. All right, 3rd place finishers from Littleton. Well, Littleton got 3rd place by 1 point. I don't make the rules. So our 2018 NXN runners-up with 114 points. Temecula.
I've watched like 4 good shot, guys!
So this is part of the sea of people that's pretty much formed an amphitheater with this hill around. Everybody watching the results of the race. It didn't turn out well at all for Kamayakin because pretty much almost all of our scorers fell down and got trampled on the start. So that's interesting. This is the community race. Makes a lot of sense to watch it because the buses are so full after the race with everybody trying to leave at the same time. Might as well support all these people that came to run too. Yep.
Those guys are running. Oh, those are our guys. Like, we're running in boxers and. Yeah, didn't you say? I swore. I swore Peter showed us that picture at the basketball game.
I might not have. It's so much easier to watch a community race. It feels more like a normal high school race.
Sorry.
Way to go, Spencer!
Come on, Spencer!
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Come on, Spence!
What school is he from?
Woodlands. Way to go, Spencer!
Good job, Spencer!
Job, Andrew! And the rest of the pack.
Way to go, Daniel! Way to go, Sebastian! Go, Simon, go!
Come on, guys, go Highlanders!
Go, Enzo! Way to go, Ryan! Nice and smooth, Ryan! Smooth! Where's Rodrigo?
Good job, Case!
Way to go, Brady! Way to go, Jose!
Keep it going, Andy. You're doing good.
Way to go, Brock!
Have some missionaries from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints out here talking to people. It's pretty cool. It's the fenced off area and the little girls are just going to play. There's Andrew.
I love it!
The winner of this race was pretty fast, got 15:47.
See on the track a lot. Cross country is about time. About place
It's a beautiful thing, and you get the beautiful wing trophy. Congratulations. Henry Mock.
There's Andrew. 16:44. Wow, she's fast.
Go, 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 go!
18:01. Wow, impressive, girl. Wow. You have to put on these booties before you walk back onto the bus. So we're on our way back, and it's kind of a disappointing, hollow feeling to know that what could have happened didn't happen, but so many teams have come here and felt the same way. There's a lot of teams who are good enough to place much better than they end up doing, but that's why you do the race. Well, considering how things went, at least we didn't need one of those. And to make a full circle, they bring you back to the parking lot and you jump in your vehicle and you drive 3 or 4 more hours to get home, depending on where you live. Or some people have to go to the airport and then fly a long ways to get home. They just said that there's somebody to grab your booties afterwards at the Nike tent.